Hello, Kiara and Cam. How are you all doing today?
Good. How are
Good.
you?
I'm doing well. I can't complain. So yeah, this is session three, 3 out of 8. So I thank you all for continuing to stick it out, and I'm looking forward to everything we get accomplished today. So just picking up from where we left off in section two, talking about the issue you all are having within your family. So let's go ahead and state that one more time. So tell me what's going on from your perspective.
She just doesn't care.
Okay. What does she not care about?
The fact that our mother is sick and she really needs a caretaker. She just doesn't care. I think I care a little bit more than she does.
Okay. Cam, how do you feel about that?
She feels that because I've insisted and asked that we put our mother in a home that I don't care. I love our mother. I love her to death. But there are people who can better take care of her than we can. So that is why I feel that our mother should be in a home.
Would you want to be in a home?
It depends on if I could be taken care of.
And so since the last time we met, I see that those are still the opposing views. Kiara, you believe that mom shouldn't be put in a home. Cam, you do. You all both have your own two reasonings. And so today, what we're going to do is we've also want to get into the goals that we set, the goals that we made. And so we're going to get into those, and we're going to start maneuvering our way through accomplishing those goals so that we can come to a solid solution between the both of you all as a family of what we're going to do with mom. So how does that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. So before we get started addressing those goals, I just have a few questions to ask you all. And so within this model that we're doing, it's called solution focused model. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the solution. We're going to see the solution as our main goal. We're not going to focus too much on the past. We will talk about the past, but in a strengths mindset. So talking about the past, how did you overcome things in the past? How did you handle situations good in the past? But other than that, we will not address the past, but we will look solidly for a solution. And so with this first question, I'm going to ask you all about your motivation to changing the problem. So on a scale to 10, how motivated are each one of you all to come to a solid conclusion on what to do with the situation with mom? One being least motivated, 10 being the most motivated. Kiara, what would you fall on that scale?
A 10.
10. Okay, now what makes you what made you say 10?
Because I'm really hoping that she sees where I'm coming from and is willing to help out with mom, not understand.
Okay. So Cam, what would you say?
I'm at a 10 as well because I really do want to solve this so that we can get back to doing our normal sisterly things. But this has really put us in a tough situation. So I really do want to get us to the end so that we can push forward and move forward. Whether we decide to put mom in a home or whether we somehow decide to do, maybe she has an at-home care person. Or maybe we take care of mom. Mom spends part-time with her. Whatever our solution, I just want us to get there soon. I mean, I still highly feel that we should put mom in a home, but I I'm faithful that we can get to the solution and hopefully soon.
You miss me, don't you?
I do, sis. Dude, that's precious. Well, I mean, I see that both of you all are highly motivated. You guys both scored 10s, and you see it as a need to come to a solid conclusion. So, I say that is a very good thing for you all, and it's something that we can use to as momentum to work towards making this final decision. And so, when it comes to the problem, that being you all coming to a solid solution. I know last couple of times we met, I just want to check in and see how things are going for you all in that journey to progression of coming together to make the decision. So on a scale from 1 to 10, since the first time we met to now, how would you consider this issue to still be a problem on a scale from 1 to 10? So 1 being not a problem, 10 being very much a problem. Kiara.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, I can. So on a scale from 1 to 10, thinking back since the time we started meeting up until now, how would you view this problem? How would you view this issue as a problem? So 1, not so much as a problem. 10, very much. This is still a problem.
I would say 7,
So
because this is still a problem, but it's a problem that we have. Well, I would say that it's getting better, but it's a problem that needs to be figured out soon because the hospital has put us on a time schedule to figure out if we're going to take her back home or if we're going to send her to a nursing home. So we have an expiration date.
And so, you know exactly when the time frame is, how long you all have?
I think we have about, what did they say?
About 6 months.
6 months. So you guys have 6 months to accomplish this goal. How confident do you all feel like you are with in making this decision within 6 months? How confident do you feel like you are? Let's do on a scale from 1 to 10. So 1 being not so much confident, 10 being very much confident. Yeah.
I'd say a 10 because we know we have 6 months. So I'm thankful that between now and the end of these 6 months, we will come to a conclusion. Whether it's either one of our conclusions or whether it's a different one, whatever it is, I'm sure that in this 6 months, we will find the best care for our mother.
Kiara, how do you feel about that?
I would agree with Kim. We have no choice but to figure it out. And so I feel like we will together.
And so, Kiara, earlier I asked you about how the progress been going with coming to the decision on a scale from 1 to 10. You said a 6, correct?
No, I said the
You said 7. Excuse me. It was close, wasn't I? All right. You said you said a 7, and so what would it take for you all collectively? What would have to happen for you all collectively as a unit for the 7 to go down to let's say a 6? So remember, scale being 1 to 10, 1 being not so much a problem, 10 being very much a problem. What would have to happen between you two for the 7 to go to a 6?
We would need a compromise.
What do you mean by that?
We would have to figure it out, how it would work for both of us. With me, with our schedules. So like, let's say that I did compromise and allow Kim to put our mother in the hospital. I mean, in a nursing home. Whose day would it be to go up to there? I wouldn't want to just send her there without having anybody. So I guess that's my biggest problem is that I don't want to send her somewhere where she's gonna feel alone. So I guess we would really just need to figure out how to compromise, because if Cam was to decide to agree with me and we be caretakers for our mother, then I truly feel like it would still be the same thing. We need to know our schedules.
Okay. So, Kiara, you stated that your biggest problem with the whole idea of your mother being in the nursing home is the fact that she would be alone without you all. So, Cam, how do you feel about that?
I'm looking at places where mama would pretty much have some freedom if, you know, with open visiting hours not open, but like everyday visiting hours. Mama would have her own space. Mama can decorate how she like. Anytime she wants to come to either one of our houses, then she can come. Anyone who wants to visit, they can go visit. Looking at places that gives mama the freedom that she would want and the freedom that she would enjoy. Mama can still go and do whatever she pleases. I don't want mama to be locked up because she's sick.
So, Cam, you stated, that you've been looking into places where your mother can have some freedom. She won't be alone. Is this the first time that you're sharing this with Kiara? And how come you didn't? Yeah, this is the first time sharing this with Kiara.
Well, I'm not gonna say it's the first time. I mean, I think the first initial one that I suggested was not very pleasing. It didn't really look too good. I think I just slid her a brochure to say, we can put mama in the home, like, da da da. But as I've looked into them more, I've thought about my mother and thought about what she would like, or what I think she would like. And I've kind of started to look for more places that would give her, but allow her to have visitors and allow her to leave when she wants to and stuff like that. Because, mama has an active life. And I would hate for mama to feel like that's taken away.
Okay. So, Cam, I have a question for you. On the scale from 1 to 10, how do you see the problem since the first time we met? 1 being not so much a problem, 10 being very much a problem.
I say it's around a 6. Because at the end of the day, our mother is sick. And she needs help. So our problem is between us figuring out how we're gonna get our mother the best help, the best care. But at the end of the day, our mother still needs help. At this point, she can't really live on her own. It's safer to have somebody with her, or for her to be in a place where someone can be on call. So I mean, it's not. I don't look at it as much of a problem because we're still having to figure out. You know, Mama's sick, so we need to just figure out how to get her the help she needs. We can't help that Mama's sick.
So, and listening to each other's points of views on the situation, I would like to ask for each one of you all to point out positive aspects about each other's point of views in this situation. So, Kiara, you can go first, please.
So, I'm listening to Cam, and the most positive thing I got out of it was that it would be somewhere that would have open freedom, basically. I think that's the most positive part. It's open freedom.
I'd say for me, we always have been family oriented. So, like Kira said, being able to see family and being able to be around family, that is a great. I think that's the best and most positive part about what she said, what Kira said.
But I guess I'm just concerned with if this is what our mother wants. Like, have you asked her? Maybe we should ask her what she wants.
And Kiera, what made you say maybe you all should ask her?
Because I was just thinking that we've been going back and forth about she should stay at her home, she should go to the nursing home, but we never stopped to ask what she actually wants.
Kim, how do you feel about that?
That's very true. Here we are going back and forth at each other's throats, and we have yet to ask our mother what she would want. We're both acting on assumptions when we could probably solve the bulk of our issues if we simply asked our mother. Because it's about her. And her, what's best for her.
So you all both believe that your mother is capable of making a sound decision of what she wants?
I don't know if I would say a sound decision, but it would be nice to hear her out. Yeah, she is sick, but she's not in a state of mind where she couldn't answer a simple question. It's all about how we word the question.
Okay. What do you mean by it's all about how you word the question?
So instead of going to her and be like, oh, Mom, do you want to go to a nursing home or you want to stay with us? Mama, this is the situation. Given off of your health, do you think it would be wise, or would you rather go live with us and we take care of you? You know, give her options instead of just being like, do you want to go to a nursing home or do you want to stay with us? Because one person's going to be like, oh, I'll take nursing home for 100. It's just not what she's going to say.
Okay, so you mentioned options, and I remember, Karen, you mentioned options earlier too. So, Kiara, you're more for the side of you all taking care of Mom at home. Karen, you're more for the side of Mom in a care facility. So, and looking at all those two perspectives, what are the options that will come from having Mom at home? And then Kim, I want you to answer, what are the options for having Mom be at a care facility? Kiera, you go first.
What are the options of me having her at home? I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
So, Kiera, when you were speaking, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you were talking about Mom being at home with different like options of being at home.
Okay, so maybe when I said the different options of her being at home, I was thinking that maybe she lives with me. Ooh. She lives with me, and yet you come and you help out certain days. Like certain days, get her out the house and don't let her sit in the house all day. You know, you pick her up and you take her out on certain days, and then I'll be there when she wakes up and make her breakfast and, you know, just be there for her. So she won't be by herself.
So that's what you mean by options. Karen, what do you mean by options?
When I was thinking of options, I was thinking of, you know, if we put her in a home or if we put her in a facility, she'll have 24-hour care. She will be able to participate in activities with people her own age. She can come and go if she pleases. She will kind of just build a little community right where she is. They have meal plans if she wants food. There's physical therapy there. Everything that, other than family and what family can bring, mom would have right there. There are people that could interact with her every day on the medical side and keep more accurate notes and accurate messages of what's going on with mom. That's what I was thinking of in terms of options.
Okay. Cool. So, from my knowledge, this isn't the first time that mom's been sick. Am I correct? Okay. And so I was just curious, like, what did you all do in the past with situations? How did you all handle it in the past?
We took it lightly. And so when she would get sick, we would think that she wasn't going to get sick again. And then first we would all be around and help her out. And then we'd go back to our own regular lives. And we would try to keep up with it, but it wasn't. Because we are wrapped up in our own lives, it just wasn't like on the top of our list to make sure that she was taking care of herself.
I mean, you know, somebody would go by every day and make sure mom had everything. We bought groceries, we set her pills out, we did all of that. But like she said, we were all wrapped up in our own lives. So, I mean, you know, if I would stop by, it was late after work or after practice, it was just late. And so we kind of made it work for what it was. But I mean, mom is worse than that now. It's gonna require more than that now.
And so you mentioned, Kim, you made it work. You all made it work. So let's look at how you all made it work back then. What are some skills? What are some abilities? What are some methods you all used back then to make it work?
We had days of the week that you knew you had to be there, or times you knew you had to be there. And we wrote it on the schedule. So we kept a calendar on the refrigerator, and on the refrigerator had what